Hi, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us for this Q&A of El Regalo. I hope everyone enjoyed the film, and please remember the film is available for an audience award. So don't forget to vote for it, don't forget to rate it and vote for it, and also rate and vote any other film you watch. I want to start off by thanking our major sponsors and the film sponsors as well, the Latino Outreach Council. Today, we're joined by co-director and writers Sheila and Kenneth Batan Woodall, and actor Karen Loriana. Thank you so much for joining us, all of you. Yeah, where are you joining us from?
I'm in Los Angeles.
Los Angeles, okay.
Go ahead, Karen.
It's okay.
Yeah, and we're from a little town called Green Valley Lake. It's a mountain town, we get lots of snow in Southern California. There's about 300 people that live here.
Oh, wow, a small little town. Does that like to, you have a nice clear space for all that artistic flow going on?
Yeah, we just had some kids, so it's a great place to raise them. So we spend most of our time, feeding them and doing all the other stuff that comes with that.
The film definitely has kids in them. It has like this gut-wrenching tie towards a family. I want to know where you got that inspiration from, because it's beautiful.
So me and my wife have been writing and co-directing films for a while now, and we gave birth to twins last year, right before the pandemic. And we hadn't made a film in a little bit, so we decided to brainstorm some ideas about parenthood and just, when you have kids, the new feelings you get, love and other feelings, frustration. So I spent some time brainstorming and writing, and then Sheila helped develop those ideas. And, it's got a big twist to it as well. And I think just trying to tap into those emotions of parenthood. I don't know if
Yeah, no, I mean, I think that we were also interested in the ways in which we could use the medium of a conference call, which during the time of the pandemic was a really relevant one also. And we wanted to incorporate that into this film and still be able to sort of convey the emotionality that goes into parenthood and loss and difficulty and challenge. So, yeah.
Definitely. I guess we'll get this out of the way. This is shot during the pandemic then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And we wrote it in mind that we can keep kind of the actors separate. And it was a couple of months into it where there was a lot of lockdown. So it was like our foray into like navigating that space of trying to film. So it was very small. It was just me, Sheila, and the actors. And that's pretty much it. We had a little bit of help, but very small, intimate. So it kind of fit with and producing wise, we were thinking, how can we make something during this time that would work? And that's kind of what we came up with.
Yeah.
The film works beautifully, and all the actors fit in so well. Did you have a certain way of finding these actors to bounce off each other very well?
Yeah, so honestly, it was Karen, I think, who sort of set the tone for the casting of that film. When we were initially working on the script, we had initially thought that we might have a Middle Eastern lead. I'm Middle Eastern, my background is Iranian, and we thought we might incorporate that into the film. But we opened the casting call to pretty much everyone, and Kenneth actually saw Karen first. And Karen, I mean, I know Karen's saying that it was very difficult, but she was amazing, even in her audition. And we saw her, and then she also offered us a Spanish language audition as well, audition tape. And once we saw that, I think we were completely won over, and we knew that Karen was the perfect actress for that character. And we pretty much based Iceland's character as well, and Maya's character from that.
Wow, that sounds like a really great audition that you finally changed the language. Well, then let's start talking about the actual film and what happens during it. I will say I cried, and I mean not just like a tear or two. I cried ugly tears. My mother actually had cancer when I was at a young age, and so I just related to this so much. I think the film captures this sense of like at the beginning, it has such like corny moments where the mom's like, "Oh, blow out the candle," and no, as a younger kid, you kind of think of that like, oh, roll your eyes. You don't feel that, but towards the end of the film, when you look back at it, you have this gut wrenching like, oh, she's just acting out of pure love and pure I vulnerability. Could you speak on how you kind of like put yourself into those shoes for no one's on the other side of the camera and you are just emoting this like deep emotion when in reality there's nothing there?
Sure. My dad died of cancer, and it was like a really cancer thing, like just 2 months, and was unexpectedly. So one of the pain that my dad had before dying is to leaving their children. So to a point that I have to tell him that we are okay, you can leave. Like it's painful, but if you see your dad that is suffering, if you love it, you have to let it go, right? If you love him, you have to let it go. So for me, it was like putting in my dad's shoes, saying goodbye to us. When I read the script, I love it. I was like, oh my God, I identify with that. But also my dad was also like that, like, he was all the time funny and trying, even though he has something that bothers him, he always pretended that everything was okay until the last moment. So for me, it was like such a great inspiration also to do that for the film, to my daughter, like, okay, I'm gonna die, but here I am, I'm trying to cheer you up until the very last moment. And she's like, I love you. And like, that is killing me because I know that I'm not going to be able to see you anymore. I have you now here, but you're a little girl. And now that in the other side, it's gonna be you in the future, and I'm not going to be able to see you.
In my notes, I kept on saying like a cosmic connection, where it's the mom's not there, sadly, but her presence is. And I think like if we compared a mother who like let's say didn't make those videos as opposed to a mother who did make those videos, what type of cosmic connection do you think would be like missing, or would it be like at a different level? Because yeah, I'd just like to see your idea of it.
Yeah, no, I think we're in an interesting age, and we're in an interesting age now, especially after COVID, where there's this Zoom connection, like where you can actually speak to somebody virtually, and the human connection, the physical one-on-one connection versus that virtual connection. It's I think us as a culture have been kind of exploring that in the last year. Yeah. So this is an interesting concept, I think, because now we're adding the dimension of time where she's recording this years in advance, and Iceland, wherever stage she is in her life, teenager going through a lot of issues, trying to get that advice from, this past person who doesn't exist anymore. And there's like these different forms. There's letter writing, there's video recording. And I think to answer that question, like there's just a different dimension to like the age we live in now. And I think trying to navigate that and find out what that means and what that means. But I think at the heart of it, it's this is gonna sound corny, but I guess like parental love, like how it transcends so much is kind of, I think, maybe a thematic answer to that. Hopefully, I don't know if that works.
It's too corny for me. Okay, no, it definitely it is corny, but it's beautiful. That's what it is. And I guess, well, just a quick question: is she actually turning 15? Not thinking about it. Like you said, it could be happening at any point. Did you have it in mind that it was actually her birthday?
Yeah, we had actually planned for it to be her birthday, actually, and the cheesiness, I think, of some of the things like the cupcake and the candle. Yes, yeah, there is a certain degree of cheesiness in that. We also wanted contrast between what the character was experiencing in that moment on her birthday and the fact that she was alone and was seeking out videos of her mother, and then her mother sort of offering this sort of like a potential alternate reality for her or something like that. So yeah, that was something that we had considered to be true in that story. Yeah.
And the actress is a little bit older though, so she pulled off it really well. She was also similar where we held auditions, kind of opened it up to everybody, and she just stood out with yeah. It's a hard audition because there's no dialogue except for the last line, so it's a lot of reacting to Karen, and yeah, I mean, there's just when I guess when you see it, it's just, you know, the way she was able to do it just really, I don't think we had even a second option. So so we got really lucky when it came to auditioning everyone.
With that being said, are you all three, if something were to happen, or I don't know, also you can spread the beauty to your future children right now, do you think you'll make little videos for your kids to show how you used to be when you were youthful?
Karen, after you.
I don't have kids now. I guess I think that nowadays with this technology, why not, right? Like to have every moment since they are little and look at this. We were very happy and try to teach them that, because nowadays we have so much information, and I think that now it's easier to raise a kid because we have more information what we should do and what we shouldn't. Mm-hmm. Now there's a lot of information out there to raise our kids. And love, and teach them about love and enjoying life in the moment is one of them, for sure.
Yeah. What about you?
That's our children right now communicating to us in the present.
Yeah, all right.
Without Zoom. I apologize.
I don't think you'll record that and play it later.
No. It's funny that you asked that, because we had planned all of these things to do after the babies were born. We were like, oh, we'll create email accounts for them and then email them. And then when they're old enough to read the emails we sent them from the past, they can read it. Thus far, we have sent
They can talk to themselves. Say hello. They just woke up from their nap. Hi.
Thus far, we have sent 0 emails, but I think that the idea of being able to do something like that, I think is a very precious one.
Yeah, I'm more of a behind the camera guy, so
so you'll be holding the camera.
Yeah.
Well, Shayla will be vulnerable in front of it. What are their names, actually? I look at their little...
This is Harlow.
Harlow.
And this is Silas right here. They're a boy and girl.
Oh.
Twins are 1 year old as of a couple of weeks ago. So.
Oh, wow. Well, congrats on both on the healthy kids. Are there any projects you guys are working on, all of you, that you want to shout out?
Yeah, we're just working on, I mean, we're writing a few things where, you know, we're definitely taking this through the festival circuit, and we're hopefully getting, we've been raising kids for a while, but now we're getting back into it. Hopefully gonna get a feature off the ground in a little bit, but that's all stuff, knock on wood. Right now, yeah, we're focused on getting these kids to sleep, and then yeah, we'll be jumping back in real soon, doing a bunch of stuff.
All right, I love Silas's bedhead right now.
This is his normal hair. I don't know. This is a Filipino Iranian hair, if you ever want. I don't know what it is.
Nice thick hair he's got.
Yeah.
But what about you, Karen? Are you working on any projects right now?
No. Auditioning. That is the actor job, auditioning for now. But no. I was in another film, and it won the best feature in the Maras Festival in January. It's called King, A Tale of Two Sons. It's a really interesting film. It's online now. You can watch it at in Indiegogo Film Festival.
All righty. Well, I hope our listeners will definitely give that a look. But thank you so much for joining us for the Q&A.
Thank you for the invitation.
Not at all.
Thank you guys so much. It's been such a pleasure. I really appreciate it.
Not at all. Thank you. And also...
and meet those babies, so cute.
So cute. But yes, we're gonna wrap this up, and I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day. We also like to thank our major sponsors as well as your sponsors for the film, the Latino Outreach Council, and have a great rest of the day and keep on enjoying the film festival.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Take care.
Bye, guys.
As well. Bye-bye.